Let's send it out to Telly Hughes, who again has more on the six-man and on for the Bucks.
Craig, the Bucks bench was one of the few bright spots in Salt Lake City on Saturday night. The reserves produced 43 points, led by Malcolm Brogdon's 19 and Tony Snell's 18. Now that we know what the second unit is capable of, now it's time for more consistency.
I thought, again, Tony did a great job. He answered the call. We asked him to come off the bench, and he responded. Again, you know, offensively, we have to do a better job of taking care of the ball. When we did get shots, you know, we're shooting, I think, over 60% at halftime. So if we take care of the ball, we're getting good looks. And then on the defensive end, we just got to do a little bit better job of communicating and helping one another.
I think just coming in the game, focusing on executing on both ends. I thought we were able to get stops early and get us a little bit back into the game, and that always, you know, translates into buckets.
Malcolm is starting to look more comfortable coming off the bench, and as for Tony Snell, Coach Kidd said that he may actually start him tonight. He started him in the second half of that game on Saturday. He liked his energy on defense and what he was able to do offensively, but if he does start, that would obviously alter the bench production. So we'll see how it all unfolds here in Sacramento. Coach Kidd, you're back here in Berkeley, and nearly 25 years ago, you played here at Hall's Pavilion. Are there a flood of flashbacks that come to your mind when you're back on the Cal campus?
It's always good memories coming back to Berkeley and the Cal campus. There's, you know, my, you know, midnight practice. I can always remember there was a lot of people here for that. I was nervous, but it's just good seeing old friends and professors here. Still, after 25 years, still going strong.
Pac-10 Freshman of the Year, then you were the Pac-10 Player of the Year before your 19-year NBA career, which many believe will end up in the Hall of Fame. But did you ever think you would be back here on Cal's campus as an NBA coach holding practice?
No, you know, I think when you talk about a 19-year-old, you talk about, you know, someone who's just thinking about the sport and enjoying college, being a student athlete on campus, not thinking about being a coach, bringing your team here to practice. You're just thinking about, you know, having fun, being able to win games and do the best that you can as a student athlete and meet new people. And that's, you know, something that I've always treasured as a student athlete here at Berkeley. You were going to always meet someone new.
Well, records are one way to be remembered, but a year ago you made the endowment for the Jason Kidd Scholarship, and you were just speaking of student athletes, and that was a way for you to give back. But was that also an opportunity to leave a legacy outside of basketball?
Yeah, when you're, you know, when you talk about, you know, being, you know, trying to be the best at your profession and having an opportunity to help student athletes, any part of not just here in Berkeley, but when you're a player, in Dallas or in Phoenix or in New Jersey, you always are trying to help the youth. And so to have the opportunity to do that here at Berkeley to help the next student athlete was something that I couldn't pass on.
This past September, you were inducted into the Cal Athletics Hall of Fame, and for a kid that grew up in the Bay Area and always grew up wanting to be a Golden Bear, how surreal was that when you are now going to be always a part of this program?
Well, it's a great honor and a lot of hard work, but when as a kid coming here to see Kevin Johnson's banner hanging, you know, in the rafters, it was something that I always wanted to be next to, because when you talked about Cal basketball, you talked about Kevin Johnson and what he did for the program, and I wanted to follow in those footsteps and help the program, you know, as much as I could. And at the end, I wanted to be able to say that I did something special here, and hopefully that one day I would be in the Hall of Fame.
Well, you always considered Berkeley home, and home usually re-energizes people. And would you like that energy to transfer over to your team with 2 more stops on this road trip?
Yeah, I think the last 2 days have been great here. Being able to practice, you know, it's kind of similar to when we were in San Antonio. Having the opportunity to practice, to get better. Hopefully our 2 practices that we've had have been really good, and they carry over to the next game.
Well, Coach, we appreciate your time, and I hope you had a fun time for your homecoming here.
It's always too fast, but it was fun. It was good to see people, and the weather was good.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Telly.
All right, with Giannis, who just finished practice here at Nike, and Giannis, just to be here and now after signing your shoe deal to be with Nike, how different is it to be back here?
It's really nice. It feels good to be back here. Last year that we went here, I didn't know if they're gonna still have me in the family, but just being part of Nike family is amazing, and just feel nice.
Okay, we're in Portland. This is the last stop of a 4-game road trip. Last night in Sacramento, you guys were able to come out and send a message early, and you didn't play a lot of minutes, only 26 minutes. Was that the best case scenario for last night?
Yeah, definitely. That was the best case scenario ever. I think we did a great job playing hard, coming out of the half in the third quarter, and just end the game. I think it's going to help us a lot in the next game against Portland. Having fresh legs, me, Chris, and Bledsoe having fresh legs is going to help a lot. We just got to go and play hard against Portland, try to get a win and end this road trip.
You just mentioned Chris, and you two are the highest scoring duo in the league right now. How have you guys been able to play so well off of each other?
This is our 5th year. We're just learning, each other every day. And it's just nice playing with a guy, that plays the right way. I didn't know that. I didn't know we were the high scoring duo. We can go get a cold one now.
Well, technically you can. You are old enough to do so. But one last one just here in Portland. And how surreal is it that, you come to the NBA as an 18-year-old, and now as a 22-year-old, you're signed to Nike, and you're going to get your own shoe. Did you ever think you would be able to get your own shoe?
No, never. I had a lot of goals and dreams in my head. One of them was playing the NBA, playing the finals, getting a championship for Milwaukee. But I never had a goal in my head like getting my own shoe. I never dreamed about that, and that's crazy. Just by playing hard and help your team win, that comes with it. So I think I want to thank God, for giving me this opportunity to have my own shoe. And hopefully it's going to be nice. It's going to be a mix of Kobe's and Curry. That's what I want to do. I think it's going to end up being nice.
And you get to help design that shoe, right?
Yeah, definitely. I get help design it. I got a full input in the shoe. As I said, hopefully it come out nice.
Well, I hope I can get me a pair. You think you can hook me up?
Yeah, I'll hook everybody up.
All right.
Just give me your size. I'll hook you up.
Thanks for your time, yeah.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Milwaukee Bucks basketball on Fox Sports Wisconsin is brought to you by Coors Light. Whatever your mountain, climb on. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Great beer, great responsibility. By Hubie and Abraham, voted best, rated best. Hubie and Abraham, tell them you mean business. And by Wendy's, quality is our recipe. The Moda Center in Portland is where the Bucks will face the Blazers in the final stop of a 4-game road trip. 2 Bucks make up the Mega Bucks leaderboard, with Giannis leading the charge in points and rebounds, while Eric Bledsoe tops the team in assists and steals. Greeting from Portland, I'm Telly Hughes. The Bucks come into the 4th and final game of the road trip following their most complete game of the season in Sacramento, which resulted in a 25-point win. Giannis, who is 2nd in the league in scoring and 1st in minutes played, had a super efficient game with 32 points in just 26 minutes, which was the best case scenario for the Bucks.
That was the best case scenario ever. I think we did a great job playing hard, coming out of the half in the third quarter, and just end the game. I think it's going to help us a lot in the next game against Portland. Having fresh legs, me, Chris, and Bledsoe having fresh legs is going to help a lot. We just got to go and play hard against Portland, try to get a win and end this road trip.
Coming up, can the Bucks cap off the road trip with back-to-back wins and make it a 3-1 successful swing through the West? Jim and Marcus will have lineups in the tip between the Bucks and Blazers next from Portland. Eric, first off, welcome to the Milwaukee Bucks organization. What was your initial thought when you became a Buck?
I was pretty excited. I knew that it was one of the teams that wanted me, when I became, restricted free agent, and, for them to come after me again, it was, I felt, extremely excited about it.
And you said you're extremely excited to be coached by Jason Kidd. What do you look forward to most being coached by him?
Just learning the game more. Getting coached, by one of the, greats who can even, say anything about that. I mean, it's just a special moment for me.
And you've seen Giannis's game from afar now. You're going to team up with him.
Giannis through the defense, unbelievable.
How do you feel like your game will complement his?
Tremendous. I think we can work off each other. I'm pretty much attack the rim, set up teammates type of guy. He just, just a freak of nature. From what I've seen, he get to the basket easy. Teams starting to, pack the paint, or at least try to. I think I can, help him out a little bit, in that aspect.
With you joining the fold now, do you feel like this team can contend with the top teams in the East Side?
I don't see why not. I mean, we got a lot of pieces. Different positions, a lot of different talent that, can, make something happen.
You were in Phoenix for 5 seasons and you left kind of under some peculiar circumstances. Is there some misinformation out there that you would like to clear up, and is there anything that you would have done differently?
I wouldn't have done nothing differently. I guess everybody went crazy about the little tweet that went down. Like I said before, man, I mean, I can't do nothing about it now. Had nothing to do with, what was going on. I guess it was just a time and situation, what happened. I can't control that. So, I'm in a great place right now. We're looking for a fresh start. So, it's a great place to be.
And now that that's behind you, let's fast forward to Saturday night, your Milwaukee debut. How do you think you're going to feel playing in front of fans that had hoped one day you would be a Buck?
I mean, words can't even explain. I just gotta, be there. Definitely gonna be, in the moment. They're gonna make me feel right at home. I got a feeling about that.
Well, another feeling that you haven't experienced in quite a while is the cold, the Milwaukee winters. You've been in LA, you've been in Phoenix. Yeah. Now, when are you going to get a coat, and when are you going to make sure you get a coat that will be sufficient for a Milwaukee winter?
I got, plenty of coats that obviously I couldn't wear, but now I can put them to use. Just got to, blow the dust off of them a little bit. I got a nice little can of goose that I can, put on.
All right, you're going to need it. Yeah, I just want you to know that. And my piece of advice for you, buy the coat in Wisconsin, because those are the only coats that really can help you get through them, all right? Well, once again, we appreciate your time and welcome to the Bucks.
Oh, man, appreciate it.
All right, that's Eric Bledsoe.